TK Irish at Camp Kennerk podcast. And this is a special edition because we have a new happy camper. And he is a veteran of being interviewed by Doug the neighbor, as well as a couple of his brothers. So either they have a very short memory, or they just really just ignore Doug the neighbor as much as they can. But he fooled them. He fooled Keegan Leahy by saying it's now part of the Camp Kennerk podcast team. So we have a great opportunity to meet a young man. Well, he's a man. What do you say, young man? And his parents were born in Boston. Oh my goodness gracious! But for some place along the line, old Keegan didn't get that opportunity because his parents were in the military and they moved around. But they didn't move, they moved around. But one thing they did is that they did practice close relationship because there's five boys and one girl in the family. So I tell you what, nothing makes more exciting dinner time conversation to have six kids and two parents, a couple uncles, and whoever neighbor stops by for dinner every night. And I speak with that with experience. I tell you what, we had eight in our family, and the dinner table was so rambunctious, and the amount of food that was cooked all the time. My mother finally just got a hubcap from a 57 Chevy and used that as a salad bowl. And that was always a piece of conversation whenever else came over. So, the thing about coming from from a Catholic family, an Irish Catholic family, is that you always have to be prepared. And I know Keegan's prepared because he has a very successful career working for a company that is a slide manufacturer for your doors and architecture out of their Australian company. So, Keegan, we're going to talk about a lot of exciting things. We're not going to, well, yeah, we are going to try to embarrass you, but that's besides the point. I shouldn't have told you that because that was the surprise we mentioned. So, Doug, the neighbor, knows him well. And Douglas, take it over, buddy.
TK, so good to see you. And I hope that you have your Dr. Pepper. Do you have your Dr. Pepper there? Keegan, you got a Dr.
Got it
Pepper?
right here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm,
It's beautiful.
man, that hits the spot.
Delicious.
And there's Keegan right there. Yes, TK. But first off, Keegan comes from Boston. He's a family of five brothers and a sister. And how I know Keegan is because his brother Andrew lived next to me here in Austin, Texas. Keegan came to visit, and we did a Doug the Neighbor Spotify radio podcast back on January 12th, 2020. So, Keegan, this was 6 years ago, and now we're doing a Camp Kennerk podcast, and you are a happy camper, and
Now,
we're very,
Douglas, hold on. Let me get the 2020. Are you talking about the vision or the date? I missed that part.
the date, 6 years
The
ago.
date. Okay.
Keegan, you see what I have to put up with? He said you worked for an Australian company. You told me something else, and we're going to have to correct it. But I'm just going on and on here. Let's get Keegan Leahy into our Camp Kennerk Happy Camper interview right now. Keegan, how are you?
I'm good. I came on the Camp Kennerk podcast because I didn't realize that Doug the neighbor was going to be here. If I knew that, I probably would have ran away after the last one that I was on. So uh, I guess I was tricked into this one. So I appreciate you having me on, though. I'm excited to talk a little bit about the Patriots and anything else that you guys have in store for us. So.
Okay, well, it's very similar to the old DTN Spotify radio podcast. And we're going to start off with how we met. Tell us your version of how you and I met.
Yeah, so I was over visiting my brother down in Austin, and actually I think I might be mistaken, but I think the first time that I met you or the day after there was a massive rainstorm in Austin, and we all got some beers. We sat out on the front porch and we were watching the rain. It just was pouring rain for hours, and we were just sitting, laughing and talking, having a good time. So I really enjoyed that. I remember that vividly. And Andrew always had some good stories and everything about the neighborly activities that you had going on. So yeah, we went down to the breakfast place. You took me to breakfast. You taught me about how to thrift a little bit at the Goodwill next door, and you told me what is it, Brooks Brothers? If you ever see any Brooks Brothers, you make sure you buy it immediately. And I actually started doing that. So I have a couple articles of clothing of that. So um, yeah, so it was a great experience when I got to hang out with Doug. So I enjoyed it.
So Keegan, that's quite a story about how you met, and I'm surprised that Douglas has actually turned you into a fashion maven. Wearing Brooks Brothers apparel is a very big status thing. Now, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to, because Douglas wears Brooks Brothers shirts, but he turns them inside out so everyone can see the label. So are you doing that too? Did he teach you that trick?
He thankfully he didn't tell me about that, so I haven't been doing that. But maybe it might get some more eyeballs on me. The girls might like that, so I
It's
might have
definitely a
to.
conversation starter.
Yeah, yeah. They might look at you for a couple of reasons. I don't know, but you'll get
Come on,
someone's
guys.
attention.
I'm wearing my Brooks Brothers shirt here that I got at the Goodwill. And yes, it's very wise to turn them inside out so the label is, but only when they get too dirty. So you can get extra time with them. You see,
Right.
that's what's done.
Save on dry cleaning.
Save on dry cleaning. Yeah.
Smart.
Okay, so now that you guys have picked on me, let's begin interviewing Keegan. Now, it's a good Irish name, Keegan Leahy. Good Irish name, right? Now, you said you were your family's from Boston. So, where did you go to high school? Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school in Southington, Connecticut, and we were the Blue Knights. I played baseball for the Blue Knights.
Oh,
Third
good, great.
base.
What position?
Third base.
Third base, the hot corner. I love it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Got to have quick reaction over there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now, where did you go to college?
I went to college. Well, I started actually at a small school in Miami called Barry University. I went there for 1 year. That was a good time. I really enjoyed it, but it didn't have the major that I wanted. And so I went over to another small school in New Jersey called Rider University.
Yes.
And they had the major that I wanted, which was supply chain management. And during that time I was at Rider University, I was lucky enough to take a semester abroad. I studied abroad at the American Business School in Paris. And
Oh,
I learned a little bit of French and got to see the Eiffel Tower and 7 other countries. So I actually technically went to three colleges, one
okay.
for 1 semester, one for 1 year, and the other for 2.5 semesters.
Okay, so Miami for the sunshine, Ryder, New Jersey for the Jersey accent, and Paris for the wine. Have we got this straight?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
That's great. Now, what sort of work did you do with this supply chain management? I mean, this is kind of a new thing. Uh, TK and I studied business. What is supply chain management?
Yeah, so supply chain management, it's a combination of a lot of things. It's a cool major because there's so many things that you can get into. So it's everything from warehousing to transportation to purchasing, and you can get into sales a little bit because you got to do a little bit of everything there. So I've actually done a little, touched on every point of that. So I started my career at Amazon. I was a manager at a fulfillment center, and then I went over to a sort center at Amazon. So I was worked for Amazon for 1.5 years. And then I switched roles and went into the purchasing role at a metal distribution company and did that for about a year. And then At some point, I was tired of the cold and the winters of Connecticut, and I said, I've had enough of it. And one of my friends one day said, Hey, I got a job down in North Carolina. You want to be my roommate? And I said, Yeah, let me tell my job. I'm leaving and I'm going to North Carolina. So we had a branch down there, and I told them I want to go. And they said, Sure, go down to that branch down in North Carolina, but you got to go into sales now. And so I went into inside sales down in North Carolina. And that's also what I do now at my most current company, which is a drawer slide company that is based out of Austria. And so we sell to the entire country. We sell to Canada as well uh, under our office, and we do everything from the cabinetry to the kitchen, industrial kitchens. We're in ambulances and outfit trucks, and so you'll see more and more drawer slides every single day, and we get into all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. So where in North Carolina are you? Where are you?
I live in a little city called Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
And that is actually where they used to produce the Camel cigarettes. It's on the Tobacco Road, just uh, west of Raleigh and just north of Charlotte, about an hour north of Charlotte, an hour west of Raleigh, and I work in High Point, which is right near there. So
Well,
Okay.
I'm right
Keegan,
So
there in the center of the North Carolina.
go ahead, TK.
Keegan, now, so you're really in the basketball country. I mean, you got some serious collegiate basketball going on in that part
Yeah.
of the country. And
That's true. And everyone hates me because I wear my Yukon men's basketball shirts everywhere, and we are the new blue blood that dominates the basketball world. And so all the Duke fans, all the UNC fans, all the Wake Forest fans, they are despising me as I wear the
North
shirt.
Carolina State also, right?
Yeah, UNC. Yep. They
Yeah.
are they used to them and Duke they used to dominate, but now it's UConn up there in
Yes.
Storrs, Connecticut. They're the new force taking over the league.
Oh, okay. So what is the name of your company again?
It's called Fulterer.
Spell that for us, please.
Fulterer.
Falterer.
Yeah, it's like a little yeah.
Okay,
It's
now
hard to pronounce.
where would I see your products that I can say, well, Keegan Leahy sold that to so and so? Where would I see your products?
Yeah, so like I said, there we're found in all sorts of places. So if you pull out any of those drawers in your kitchen, any of the in an industrial kitchen or in a closet, if you have drawers in there, so you'll see right on the side of the drawer. If it's not an older drawer, it'll have a drawer slide on there. So it's made
Oh,
up
the
of
hardware. So you
yeah the hardware.
manufacture the drawer and the hardware.
Yep. So there'll be ball bearing slides or roller slides,
Oh,
and
okay.
so it's the
Okay.
hardware that you're going to see.
that must be a great conversation you have when you're out there with your buddies talking to young ladies to talk about ball bearings. I mean, is that a pretty good line? Is that a real icebreaker for you, Keegan?
Yeah, I tell them I got balls.
I can pull out your drawers.
Keegan,
Yep.
don't get him started. Please don't get him started.
This is great. Now, this is great. Now, the very important thing here, Keegan, is the fact that you are from New England. You're now in North Carolina, and Bill Belichick, who is the Patriots, they are in the Super Bowl. He is now coach at North Carolina. So, and you're wearing your Patriots hat. So the first
Mhm.
question is, uh, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl, Patriots against the Seahawks on Sunday? Who do you think?
Well, the Patriots will win the Super Bowl. That's for sure. They got the better quarterback, the better coach, the better team, so I'm pretty confident. And they've been there before, so they know what they're doing.
Yes, yes. Now, another thing is Bill Belichick went to North Carolina, which was a big move, and they ended up 4-8, 6-8, something.
Whatever it was not good. It
It was
wasn't.
not
It
good, but
wasn't
it's a
the Bill
building
Belichick we know.
process. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
building process. So that's kind of interesting. Now, what do you think about this whole aspect of the uh, 11 people who voted against Bill Belichick being in the Hall of Fame? What's your opinion of this?
Well, I just don't understand how you could possibly say that he isn't qualified to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he has the most Super Bowls. He's got six, the Patriots, and two on the Giants, I believe it is. He's got, I think, like the third most or second most wins of all time. I think he has the most playoff wins of all time. I mean, I don't know what more you need on your resume to get into the Hall of Fame. If he's not qualified, then nobody is.
Well,
But I
Keegan,
actually, oh, go ahead.
Douglas and I talked about this, and we have strong hints and some research in motion that is a conspiracy theory. There's a
Yeah, there's.
conspiracy. Have you heard anything about this conspiracy concept?
I'm sure there's many conspiracy theories, but I heard one thing that was actually maybe a little less conspiracy like, and I think it's going to change the way that the voting happens in the future. And a lot of people who should be first ballot Hall of Famers might not be because they've changed it so that they give you a group of, I think, five people to vote for, and only three of them can get in. You can only vote three in, and then other people's Hall of Fame opportunities can expire at some point. And so I think some of those voters were voting for people who aren't going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame in a few years instead of voting for Bill Belichick. And so I think the way that the voting has changed, I think there was a change that was made a few years ago that's caused this to happen and will continue to cause weird things in the Hall of Fame voting to happen in the future.
Well,
Well,
TK and I do take this seriously, and we let you in on a little thing here. We did some research on the process of the Hall of Fame. There's 50 voters that are all in the media, and to qualify, you have to have 40 out of the 50. Now, what happened? Anybody can be nominated. Anybody can, and then they have an old guys you have the modern day guys, and then they have an old guys division, from the past. And then after so many years, and you can't be nominated until after you've been out of football for 5 years to cement your legend. And then you're so many years can pass, and then you're dropped from consideration. So that sort of stuff. And so we are in serious hunt of finding out who the Belichick Hall of Shame 11 are, because 11 people voted against it. And I have word, and I've told TK that DTN and his investigative skills, we have found one of the voters, and we have an interview with him real soon.
Really?
Yes, yes. Now, cross your fingers. It's coming. Uh, in in our minds, it's coming. So we have an interview with this guy. We had to track him down, and we used some nefarious and unscrupulous ways to get him. But I found him someplace. And so it's coming. We're going to find out why. So we'll keep you posted. Okay. We'll keep you posted.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
I'm interested to hear what he could say.
Now, we love your Patriots cap. You're ready. Do you have roommates or your girlfriend, or whatever your pals, are they Patriots fans too? Do you have your group? What pub do you go to watch? Are you going to go to watch the game?
Well, 2 weekends ago, I watched with my dad and my brother because my dad has just moved to South Carolina, and I have a brother in North Carolina who are big Patriots fans. So we went up to a sports bar up the street that we could walk to. So
What
that
was the
was a
name
good.
of it?
Whoa, whoa,
What
whoa,
was?
whoa.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Were you
Pub.
able to walk back? That's the question, Keegan. Anybody can walk to a sports bar, but it's not a good sports bar if you have to walk, if you can't
Well,
walk home. That's
the
how I
good
gauge a sports bar.
the good thing is it's downhill on the way back, so we can
No.
kind of roll down the hill back to my house. So that's
Well,
kind
what's
of
the
what
name
we
of it?
did.
What's the name of the pub?
It's actually called Dive Bar.
What street's it on so that we can feature it in, we'll do a little pick for it in our your podcast here. So what's the name of it again?
Dive Bar,
And what
and it's
street's it on?
Burke Street.
Burke Street. Okay, we'll get a picture and
Mhm.
we'll post it. We love
All right.
pubs. We do
Yeah.
love pubs. Okay. Now, that's great. And where are you going to watch the game this weekend?
Well, we have a friend who is having a housewarming party this weekend, and I'm gonna go over to their house and watch it with a bunch of friends,
Okay.
and hopefully celebrate with all of them. I'm gonna try to convince them all to be Patriots fans. Um,
Okay. All right.
so
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, Keegan, we TK has a question for you. It's a riveting question. TK, what is TK's from Indiana, and he's going to tell a little story, and he's going to ask you a certain question.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
Keegan.
what do you got? What do you got for him?
Keegan, now I want you to take deep thought and this just think of this as being in front of the Supreme Court and give it some contemplation because this sometimes can be a trick question.
okay.
Well, I'll
How
ask
do
him
you
why. TK, ask him why you're asking.
Well, the reason why is popcorn is the national food here at Camp Kennerk. So
Oh,
I grew up in Indiana. We had a farm. We grew popcorn, and we just find that to be the ideal food, to talk about, to eat, and to throw. So, but to really have fun with popcorn is when you put it on the oven and you get it popping. Is take the lid off. You want to see some excitement. Popcorn will jump 3 feet up in the air. So I mean. That's a great way. Matter of fact, you might want to try that at your Super Bowl party since it's a housewarming party, and maybe you're going to trash it out, but I'm sure you won't. So here's the question: how do you cook your popcorn? Do you do it in stovetop? Do you do it in the microwave? Do you buy it already pre-popped?
so I actually have this bowl that's made for popcorn, and I use the real kernels. So I don't use the bag popcorn. I have the kernels, and you put them in this bowl that's made for popping popcorn, and then you can kind of put the butter on there and the salt on there, however you would like to do that. So that's my uh, that's my method for making and eating popcorn. The more salt and butter, the better.
Oh yes. Well, Doug the neighbor, I think he just qualified for the Camp Kennerk Hall of Fame. What do you think?
I think so as a happy camper, but TK, you forgot to tell him who you grew your popcorn for. This is really a legend. Who'd you grow it for?
Jiffy
What was
Pop
that?
popcorn. You ever hear of
Oh,
that, Keegan?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I tell
Yeah,
you what, every
yeah.
time those commercials came on the TV, we would yeah, here's our popcorn, there's our
That's
popcorn. Yeah.
very cool.
Okay, so one more question before we go, and then we have a small gift for you. What sort of message do you have for your New England friends who are freezing their butts off right now, and you're in North Carolina wearing golf shirts? What message do you have for them?
Well, first, I'd like to say, go Pats. I got a lot of Patriots fans up there, so I know a lot of my friends will be cheering them on from my neighborhood and my town. So hopefully, we can all celebrate and I'll see them in the videos on the streets of the parade in Boston. Um, I think the biggest biggest thing I could say to them is just enjoy life, travel, go see, meet new people, just have fun wherever you're going and whatever you're doing. And I think you exemplify that more than anyone. You like to go and meet and talk to anyone that you could possibly talk to. So I think that's it's really important to be open to talking to anyone and just enjoying conversation and getting to know people.
Oh, Keegan, that's very nice. And as TK can attest, I could talk to a tree and get an answer. But it's very kind to be a happy camper with our Camp Kennerk podcast. You are number 11. You are a number 11 of our podcast.
Awesome.
We started this in August and we have over 35,000 listeners. We're very proud of what we are doing. And we have a very nice gift for you. You know that I do a charitable effort every June. This year it is on June 13th. It's called the Top of Possum Trot Flipper Walk, where we walk up Possum Trot in flippers to benefit and raise money for Dell Children's Cancer Fund. It's a lot of fun. And we have a little gift for you. We have these flippers, keychains for you and your friends. And they symbolize, oh yeah, they symbolize flip off big C. So I will get your address after we turn this off, and we will send this to you as a thank you for you being a happy camper with the Camp Kennerk podcast. Truly, truly appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a great time talking with you. So I appreciate you having me.
Now, here's the thing, Keegan, this isn't going to be available for the generations and generations. So your great great grandkids are going to say, well, what was Grandpa Keegan like? Well, here it is. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, that's true. You got me on video now. So
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Okay, you got any last words for us, Keegan?
go Pats.
That's great. Go Cowboys, TK.
Aaron, go brawl.